Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever come up with this thought where you think that if maybe you go by 5, 10, or maybe even 20 prop firm evals and you pass them, you'll all be finally set? So you go ahead and you go buy your evals, you study the charts, you put in the time, and eventually you pass your evaluation. So congratulations, now you are a funded trader. This is the moment that you've been working towards, but then something happens. You start trading your funded accounts and you try to grow it. You're pushing towards that payout within that first 5 to 8 day period, depending on the prop firm you're dealing with. You push your limits of the drawdown, and before you ever reach your first payout, you blow the account. Now you're back to square one. You're going and you're buying evaluations again, and you're taking the evals, and then you become a funded trader. And then again, you blow the account. It becomes this hamster wheel, this cycle where you buy an evaluation, you become a funded trader, you blow your funded account, you start over again. And if you've been in the prop firm game for a while, you've probably seen the cycle for yourself or potentially other traders as well. But here's something that's interesting. I actually received a payout from Apex Trader Funding. And the difference with this payout that I got was it didn't come from me taking these huge trades, right? It came from me trading 14 trading days of very boring setups. And it was all about slowly compounding my account. And later in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, because I'm going to show you that funded account and that payout. And it will really illustrate perfectly a very powerful principle from the Bible. And there's a verse in the Bible from Proverbs 13:11 that says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." So in this video, I'm going to show you three things. And the three things I'm going to show you is, number one, why the get rich quick mindset actually destroys many prop firm funded traders. Number two, the hidden psychology that causes traders to blow their funded accounts. And then number three, I'm going to show you how slow, disciplined trading actually leads to payout. Because once you understand this principle, you start approaching your trading in a completely different way. Let's read the verse again. Proverbs 13:11, which says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." Now, at first glance, it sounds like general financial advice. But when you apply it to trading, it becomes incredibly relevant, because trading attracts people who sometimes want to get results quickly. You want to get that payout in 5 trading days. You want to be able to, get to become a six-figure trader in 2 weeks, But here's the part most traders miss. The markets reward discipline and patience, not speed, right? Discipline and patience are what you really get rewarded for in the marketplace. So I want you to imagine two traders. Trader A tries to grow the account as quickly as possible. You want to get your payout if you're trading Apex within 5 days, right? First 5 days of trading the account, you want to get a payout. So what do? Trader A increases their leverage. They take more trades than necessary. They chase every single candle that they see, and sometimes they win big. They get the $1,000 trade, which is great. But eventually, the volatility catches up with them, and guess what? They blow the account. And then there's Trader B. Trader B takes a completely different approach. They risk small amounts. They focus on execution, and they trade fewer setups. Their growth is slower, but far more stable. And eventually something very, very powerful happens. And that is the consistency begins to compound, which is exactly what the Proverbs verse is describing. Now, let me show you the example that I was talking about earlier. I received a payout from Apex Trader Funding. And at the time, you needed 8 trading days before you requested a payout. But for this particular account, as you can see, I actually had to trade more than 8 trading days to actually get my payouts. And you can even see here that there were days in which I actually decided not to trade. And I wasn't making big numbers. I was making very small numbers as I was trading. You can see my average day was probably less than $300. And that was intentional. I was super focused. I was trading very small setups and I was taking very small wins. I wasn't oversizing my trades. I was not trying to flip the account really, really quickly. All I was just doing is try to get these small gains because I knew that the small gains would compound over time, which would eventually lead to my payout. The payout didn't come from one big trade, it came from small, disciplined decisions. Here's something interesting. A lot of traders believe that the hardest part when it comes to the proper journey is actually passing the evaluation. But many experienced traders will tell you something different. Passing the evaluation is actually the easy part. The real challenge is keeping the funded account long enough for you to get paid over and over and over again. You see, because once a trader gets funded, something psychological changes. You know, you start thinking, I need to grow the account quickly. So you start increasing your position size. You eventually start taking trades you normally wouldn't take. You push that drawdown to the limit, and suddenly the discipline that you had during the evaluation disappears. Or sometimes it's the opposite. You trade the evaluation very aggressively and you bring that same approach into the funded account, and it doesn't really work out, and you end up blowing your account without ever seeing that first payout. And again, this is exactly what Proverbs warned about. And this is actually one of the reasons why I'm building a community called Kingdom Traders, because trading discipline is incredibly difficult to develop when you're doing it by yourself. So the goal of the community is to help traders grow in 3 things. Number 1, discipline. Number 2, accountability. And number 3, wisdom in the market. Because the biggest edge in trading isn't the indicator you're using or the strategy. The biggest edge you can have when trading is really mastering yourself. Now, here are 3 principles that can completely change your trading approach. Principle number 1, you want to protect your capital. Your first job as a trader isn't making money. It's about protecting your account. Because if you protect your capital, you will always have another opportunity to grow the account. But if you don't protect your capital and you blow it, you have to start the process all over again. Eval, funded account, and then try to get the payout. Principle number 2, focus on execution. Successful traders focus on executing their plan, not chasing the profits, right? Process over profits. And then principle number 3, think long term. New traders think in days. I want to get the payout in 5 days. I want to get the payout in 8 days. Professional traders think in months or sometimes in years because they know that consistency compounds over time, and that mindset aligns perfectly with the chapter and verse we were looking at in Proverbs. So next time you sit down to take a trade, I want you to remember this principle from Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. I want you to also remember that the markets reward discipline, patience, and traders who grow slowly and consistently. So, if you want to dive deeper into these kind of lessons, you should really consider joining the Kingdom Traders community. It's a faith-driven trading community focused on discipline, accountability, market preparation, mastering your trading psychology. And if you'd like to join this group, there's a link in the description below where you can sign up. And if this video has really helped you think differently about trading, then subscribe to the channel so that you can get more trading lessons from the Bible. But also, more importantly, share this video with someone you believe can actually see this information valuable. So I always love to hear from you in the comments. So let me know in the comments what you really liked about this video, if the lesson that I shared really resonates with you, or if you have a personal experience of how trading your prop firm has really enabled you to learn a key lesson. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you at the top.